going on, everybody?
Hola, fellow peeps. Welcome to Anime Eats,
The channel where we give you freshly served reactions. My name is what the fuck? My name is Randrell, your video editor here.
and my name is Marisa LaBlue, your cosplayer. And welcome to Anime Eats to all the newbies. Welcome to the Anime Eats gang. Ooh, you remember? High five. Bring it back to another high five. Ooh.
And for the rest of y'all, welcome back to Anime Eats, where we watch and react to nothing but anime. Right now we're watching Attack on Titan Season 2 episode. Right now we're watching Attack on Titan Season 2 episode. What did I say? 8.
I wasn't paying attention. I was busy blowing kisses to the subscribers.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button. Please hit that bell notification button so you won't miss out on all the greatness of this content that we producing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what he's saying?
Let's go on and hit that like button and let's try to reach like 250 likes. You think we can do it? I think we can.
What episode is this? I don't know. Depends on the episode.
Goddamn. Come on, let's get 250 likes. And what else can they do, Marisi?
What
was that?
I had to get the gears turning in my head. You can also go to our Instagram at Anime Eats. Go to my Instagram at Miss Leblue. And go to his Instagram at For Real Though.
That's me.
And if you can't get enough of us, go down to the description box below and smack our Patreon.
And Millie rock that and hit that whoa on that.
That dance was so funny to me. Anyways, smack the Patreon link below.
Yes.
And if you can't do Patreon, it's fine. It's cool. Go down to our Discord link also below because it's free for the community. Ooh, that rhymed. Free for the community.
Without further ado, let's get this video started in 3, 2.
Ooh, no. We're gonna start that. We won't get in trouble.
Now this is very interesting.
Oh yeah, this one happened.
Wait, the graphics are really ooh.
Yeah, they really up the graphics.
Damn, that's clean as fuck.
Is your brightness though, or is it just like that?
Just brightness.
Okay.
Nah, just like that. It must be hot too, like a heat wave.
Yeah, it's probably really hot.
Damn, what's going on? Are they inside the mouth or what? Ooh.
Ay.
No.
Ay.
He got Eren?
I'm assuming.
There he go. Let's roll out. Damn, they gone. Wait, Berthold had a maneuver gear? Where did he get the maneuver gear from? Probably from Eren. Eren had it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably got it from Eren.
Good as butt cheek.
第一第二防衛戦に巨人が現れなくなってから索敵を送っているのですが、それでもほとんど巨人を見つけられなくなったそうです。
壁沿いを走ったハンネスたちの先遣隊が無事であれば帰り着くのはもうじきかの。もしこの時間に着くのならちょうどクロルバクトの中間で引き返したことになるが、その場合はやはり巨人との遭遇も少なかったんじゃろう。例のネズミっ子を一匹捕らえたらしいの。ええ。しかしあと一歩及びませんでした。 だがあれで中央の連中は考えるであろうぞ。古臭い慣習と心中する覚悟が自分にあるのかも。ええ、そのようです。見てください。ついに憲兵団、この巨人のいる領域まで引きずり下ろすことが叶いました。おいおい、異常時だと聞いてきてみりゃ。ああ、ずいぶんのんびりしてるじゃない。ああ、リヴァイ、俺らの獲物はどこだ。なんだ、お前らずいぶんと残念すぎる。悪いね、お目当ての巨人と合わせられなくて。今回のところはまあ残念だったかもしれんが、壁外調査の機会はいくらでもある。これからは力を合わせて巨人に立ち向かおうじゃないか。
Talking that tough shit.
Right.
Put a date on it, bro.
You ain't busy with shit.
穴などの異常なかったんじゃな。はい。やはりの。しかし大変な事態になりました。我々はトロストクに報告に向かう帰路でハンジ分隊長を率いる調査兵団と遭遇しました。その中に装備をつけていない104機の新兵が数名いたのですが、その中の3名の正体は巨人でした。
3 of them.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? 3, that's a lot.
あいつらの中にまだ3人って。
3.
調査兵団は超大型巨人、鎧の巨人と交戦。我々がその戦いに加わった後、すぐに決着が。
Meaning. That was so vague.
ひでえもんだ。無事なのは音楽上に倒れたちだけ。下にいた奴らは熱と風圧で一時
Damn. They got scolded, huh?
Yeah.
どうだ、ミカサは。
大きな怪我はしてないから脳震盪じゃ
Oh,
な
I
い
know
か。
who else they took. They took a mirror, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there was someone else who couldn't figure out that they took.
お前食ってねえだろ。
Her armor still look the same, but Mikasa.
Armin forever looks like he's like 8.
例の3人組に僕が片パン取られちゃって、それで取り返しに一人で
We out. Naruto time.
Naruto run.
Damn, Eren. And you know what? Beat his ass.
うるせえ
Uh,
な。ガキがじゃれ合ってるだけじゃねえか。
これのどこがじゃれ合いだよ。
まあまあ、大丈夫だよ。多分もうすぐ俺たちより頼りになるのが来る。
he knows.
None of his friends helped out at all. Damn. I ain't no bitch. Like, get the fuck off of me.
That's why Eren gets so pissed.
Yeah.
It's a pride thing.
Especially Armin coming in, instigating this shit too. That's crazy. Ooh. What the fuck? What's time frame is this though, man? Could these flashbacks have
ハルミ、エレンはどこ？ミカサ、落ち着いて。動くんじゃない。まだ怪我の度合いがわからないだろう。
Or is he just chilling on the ground?
どこ？エレン連れ去られた。ユミル、ベルトルトとライナーに。
His butt. Perfectly round.
鎧の巨人に負けた。
No, he lost to the Colossal and Armor. They gained him.
その後を追っているの。
Crash time.
いや頭を強くぶつけたようだけど大丈夫。でももうエレンが兄にさらわれた時、私はすぐに追いかけリヴァイ兵長と戦ってやっとそれでようやく取り戻せた。でも5時間も経った後ではねえアルミン、私はただそばにいるだけでいいのに。それだけなのに。
ミカサ、気がついたのか。腹減っただろう。ほら食え。ほらアルミン。まあいつもの野戦糧食しかねえが。まずくもうまくもねえ。いつも通り。まあいつものことじゃねえか。あの悪ガキの起こす面倒、4人だろうと5人だろうとお構いなしに突っ込んでったよな。そんでミカサや兵士に止められる頃にはもうボロボロだ。ただな、勝ったところはついぞ見たことねえが、負けて降参したところも見たことがなかった。あいつは時々俺でもおっかねえと思うくらい執念が強え。何度倒されて何度でも起き上がる。そんなやつただおとなしく連れ去られていくだけだと思うか。いや、力の限り暴れまくるはずだ。まして敵はたったの2人だ。相手が誰であろうと手こずらせ続ける。俺やお前らが来るまでな。エレンはいつもそうだ。お前ら3人が揃ってねえと俺の日常は戻らないからな。
Damn. They getting everybody,
I
bro.
love that shot again.
Look at Erwin.
Comes our boys, Erwin and Jean.
And don't forget about Levi.
Our boys.
壁の上を馬でかけてくると確かに一番早い。クリスタ、やっぱり君には残ってほしいんだけど、何度も
間に合ったのですね。状況は変わりないか。はい、よし。リフトを下ろせ。
Erwin forever looks like he belongs in the history books.
地図はここに小規模だが巨大樹の森がある。そこを目指すべきだ。まあ鎧の巨人の足跡は隠しようがないと思うけど、多分彼らはここに向かいたいだろう。
なぜ
賭けだけど巨人化の力があっても壁外じゃ他の巨人の脅威にさらされるようだし、あれだけ戦った後だからエレンほどじゃなくてもえらく消耗してるんじゃないか。兄も寝込んでいたらしいよ。彼らの目的地をウォールマリアの向こう側だと仮定しようか。
おうエレン、起きたか。
夜までだ。夜までにこの森に着けばまだ間に合うかもしれない。
Snappity snap snap. It seemed like this episode was long.
It did seem kind of long, huh? Probably because it wasn't really action packed. Okay, well, obviously they took Eren and Amir. We got to see more of Mikasa and Armin than we've seen in a while, which was kind of nice, getting a little look-see at their backstory. I think, obviously this episode didn't have like too much in it, not like the other episodes have been. It was a bit more easygoing. But I just think it's interesting that they decided to highlight the point that Eren always leaves them behind. I'm kind of, I mean, obviously they highlighted that and made it a good portion of the episode, at least a third of the episode, for a reason.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what was the reason behind that? Are they insinuating something?
Yeah, like Hana said, Eren always seemed like he'll go out, and then Mikasa and Armin comes out of nowhere, but only Mikasa though will come out of nowhere and start blasting hoes, you know? That's what it seemed like this was about to go down, you know? That Hana said that Eren is going to put up a fight no matter what. That's just that's his nature, that's who he is. And they're gonna give him enough time where Mikasa or Hannes or the whole troops going to be there to save him or do whatever, you know?
I mean, yeah, that was his end point, to kind of give him a pep talk and take them out of their sorrow, because both of them were feeling pretty bad about the situation. But I'm saying that they noticed a pattern that he always leaves them behind, you know, and it was making them feel down. And yeah, that was his way of like bringing them out of that thought process. But it's like, that is interesting, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we know how Eren is. We know that he tends to be very impulsive and he lashes out and he's prideful and just, you know, he's very strong in his position and he refuses to give it up once he's there, no matter what. But I don't know. I just think it's interesting that they decided to, I don't know. It's like, at first when Mikasa started talking about Eren, I was like, dang, like, it made me sad. But at the same time, I'm like, this is sounding a lot like Sakura and Sasuke. You know what I mean? Like, pull yourself together, Mikasa. But at the same time, like, when she started talking and she's like, isn't it funny how he always leaves us behind when all I want to do is be by his side, but it seems impossible. You know what I mean? Because he pushes her away too. He obviously loves Mikasa, but he pushes her away because, yeah, it's almost like she's his big sister, and no boy wants to be protected by their big sister. You know what I mean? It's like a pride thing, but it's just interesting, that dynamic. I guess I never really thought about that dynamic that closely until this episode.
It is kind of weird though, because thinking about it now, is that even when the fight is over with, he still goes out, it's his way to pick at it again.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like, is there something...
And he always seemed like he had to prove himself, like...
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like he have to prove to himself that he can do everything by himself. Like, I don't need Mikasa help. Armin, let me go. I gotta do this. I gotta take on 3 guys in one. Like, he always wanted to play the underdog, a Cinderella story,
right,
to come up on top. But yeah, it is weird that during the flashback, all the boys running away, and then Mikasa, all right, let's go. But no, he want to go after them again. It's not even about the bread anymore. It's not even about they took Armin bread and I'm just trying to get it back. I feel like it's deeper than that for Eren.
It is, and I'm just wondering what caused that, because it's not like he had, aside from the whole obvious war with the Titans, he didn't really have a bad childhood.
No.
You know, of course, the whole atmosphere of the Survey Corps coming back, beating up every time, and blah, blah, yeah, that's sad, and that hits you as a child in a certain way. But, like, ultimately, his childhood wasn't bad, and he had Armin and Mikasa there to look out for him. But, yeah, for some reason, it's almost like he seeks the trouble, and I'm just wondering, was that something that was developed in his childhood as a personality trait, or is it trying to insinuate something about him as a Titan now? Like, I don't know. It's like I don't know. But it's like they pointed out for a reason. I just don't, my brain's trying to latch on to why, but.
Yeah, it's deeper than that. I don't know what it is, though.
It has to be, but I don't know. What is it? Why? Why is it that way? And then it's almost like, if we were on like if we were in a different, what do they call it? A different version of this universe. What do they call that? I don't know. But if we were in a different version of this same universe where Eren was raised like the other Titan,
like a different dimension or something.
I don't know. If he was raised the same as the other human Titans, the shapeshifters or whatever, like I don't know.
The Titan shifters.
Titan shifters.
The shapeshifters.
Hey,
Okay.
Same difference, but anyway, so like if we were in a version of this universe where he was raised the same way that Rainer, Berthold, and Annie all were, then I'm just wondering where that personality trait would have taken him if he was raised the way that they were. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's one reason they brought up this personality trait is to think trait. Trait is to like think about, yeah, well, he'll for sure fight his way out of like that situation, but like, what if that situation was favorable for him, you know, if he was raised differently? I'm just curious.
Yeah,
you know, how would he be?
Yeah.
How would he be? And like that whole conflict with the whole soldier versus warrior thing. Like, imagine Eren. Like, I feel like Eren has that conflict in himself naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm a soldier, but like, I need to do this to be a warrior. You know?
I don't
Like,
know
Eren has to prove himself.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like I said, he's different from Eren and Annie and Emir. I'm sorry, he's different from Rainer, Annie, and Berthold and them because, like I said from the other episode, all these Titan shifters, they didn't have a good childhood or some sort. They always have something that's traumatizing that make them the way they are. But Eren had a traumatizing situation, but it didn't change him. That's why Rainer was like, oh, so you encountering Titans and make you feel some type of way? I'm like, nah, it just makes me want to kill him even more. Pretty much. His mentality is way different, and I feel like it's different and stronger than Annie and Rainer and them.
He has a stronger, he's stronger mentally than them, probably, is what you're saying?
Yeah, there's nothing that's gonna change him from killing these Titans unless, like I said, if he already seen Annie turn against him, and he couldn't believe it, but then he still transformed and fought Annie. Then he was like, Rainer and Berthold, y'all funny. You think I'm just because say y'all are the armored Titan and shit? You think I'm just gonna join? Yeah, how you so funny? But then he said, all right, bet I'll transform right now and fight you. He couldn't believe it, but he still fought them. You know what I'm saying? Say that if his dad is part of the Titan stuff and he's evil, whatever, and seeing him transform into a Titan, he's still gonna beat his dad ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he would never change.
No, I don't think so either. We talked about that a long time ago too. I don't even remember why we were talking about it. But I remember we were comparing it to like MHA Bakugo getting kidnapped and how we were like, he's not gonna transform or he's not gonna change size. I mean, but like I remember we were talking about that a while ago, and I was like, yeah, if his dad's on that side, he's not gonna change. And maybe that's one of the fears that was going on with Mikasa and Armin. Maybe Mikasa felt like if they got a hold of him, they'd lose him forever. Not just because they couldn't get him back, but because he wouldn't want to come back. Mm-hmm. I feel like that could maybe be a fear because just seeing how he's acted when they were children and how no matter what they did, he ran away from them and did what he wanted. Maybe that was like an underlying concern that they weren't voicing, that he just wouldn't come back of his own will, that he would be on the Titan side. But yeah, no, he's not, you know. Yeah,
because clear his motives of killing Titans is why he want to run off in this attack on his own and not really think and always run off. But him as a kid of him running off and want to fight, I don't know what his motives is either. I don't know his motive. It could be anything.
I think it was just showing us. In the end, I think
because
that episode focusing on that was just showing us this personality trait that has been in him even before they had the attack from the Titans. And I think they were just saying, you know, that fire is going to stay strong and Eren's going to come back.
Yeah, you mentioning Sasuke and Sakura. See, Sasuke had a motive to keep, to leave and try to seek power and stuff like that because of his brother and whatnot. But like Eren, I don't see no motive of what he wants back in his childhood days.
But I was just comparing them because, you know, she was acting kind of like Sakura.
Yeah.
But no, but it's not like that. And I did feel for her and Armin too. When she started tearing up, I was like, oh.
I'm hella confused about the Colossal Titan falling on top of him.
Yeah.
Why did it not affect Rainer, but it affected Eren? How did Rainer get away from Eren's grab?
Probably because Rainer has that hardened.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's probably why it didn't affect him, because that stuff is freaking
Yeah,
tough.
that makes sense.
Stuff's like indestructible.
Okay, that makes sense. If that's the case.
But I didn't really have much else.
Fixes getting drunk like usual.
No, but that was a flashback.
But nobody not mentioning the Beast Titan, because Connie saw it, right?
I mean, I don't think
Who saw the Beast Titan in that episode?
Everybody
at that castle saw it.
All the ones that were with Kristen, Amir, Rainer, they all saw it.
But they're not mentioning that bitch ass nigga.
They didn't mention a lot because I think they were just showing us a second of that guy giving a summary of what happened. I'm not gonna jump to the conclusion.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna jump to the conclusion
that they don't know about the Beast Titan?
That he didn't tell them more details than they showed us, because he literally gave a super vague synopsis of everything that happened. I'm sure they got more details later, but because he literally said when we got there it was all over. I'm like, that's super vague. You're not going to tell them what that means. Does that mean everyone died? Does that mean that they captured Eren? Like, you're not specifying. So I think they just didn't show us, the details of that conversation.
One more thing. Let's talk about Hanji and why she thinks that they are going to the forest. Or
she's
to the
smart
trees.
as F.
But I want to look at it again because
she said they need to get somewhere where Titans can't touch them.
But why
while they rest.
That makes sense now. Because I'm over here thinking that when I was reading, I was thinking that, but there are Titans, in their Titan form, but they're not now. No, that makes sense.
Because they're all tired.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I got it.
They're pooped it in.
Yeah, because they're humans and they might eat them or whatnot.
Exactly.
But would they?
Huh? Titans? Yeah, they're still in danger of the Titans you saw.
But what reason why I'm saying that is because of that one Titan from LC Notebook.
Yeah, but that was the exception.
And Emir is there.
Yeah, but that was the exception. That doesn't mean all of them are like that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Especially if they just transform into Titans.
Yeah. I would say in human form, they're definitely not out of danger of the Titans for sure. Especially if the Beast Titan is around controlling them, they do whatever he wants.
But it's so clean on how Rainer and Berthold and Emir is there, and Eren's waking up with no arms, and I just love how Rainer is on the tree. Okay, look, let me tell y'all something. I love Rainer. Okay, I am not the type of guy who is all about good characters. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about. I don't care if you're good, evil, whatnot. If you have a good character development and a good voice and a good whatever, I'm gonna fuck with it. And I fuck with Rainer, even though he is an armored Titan, and it seems like he's on the bad side. It seems like, but I don't care. I really do like Rainer's character, and the way that he was sitting on the tree limbs and was talking to Eren, the way he was talking, that shit boss to me. I just love it. I just love how Rainer just like, yeah, what's up? Bitch, we got your ass.
Since this episode wasn't quite so heavy and we don't have like an hour-long discussion, we don't have much to discuss, we should go ahead and update them on both of our top fives in this episode. Since a lot have been asking.
Top 5, you want to get them in order? Nah, I don't have order.
Nah, just list whoever.
Alright, you want to go first? Ladies first.
Okay. For me, top 5, definitely Hanji, for sure. Hanji's my freaking gal. If me and her met, if I was part of the AOT universe, we'd be besties. I already know, because she's right up my alley. She's boss, she's intelligent, she has this love for creatures, which I do too. She's just like, and she's weird, which is funny. She's funny to me. I love her. Him, her, who cares? And then Erwin has become a big favorite for sure. Very strong, complex character, built extremely well.
Yes.
We are still learning about him, but I love that. You know what I mean? Love Erwin. Levi, I know that's typical, everybody loves Levi, but like, can you deny it? If you say you don't like Levi as a top 5, like you're just saying it because you don't want to be part of the everybody crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're in denial if you say he's not in your top 5. Thank you very much.
That's true.
Levi's amazing, also a complex character, and I love his heart. I love who he is deep down. He's probably one of the most noble characters we've seen so far, aside from Erwin. They're like top 2 most noble, probably. Who am I thinking? Let me think.
Step away. Don't do Eren and Mikasa and Armin.
So none of the top 3, none of the 3 mains?
Yeah, try to stay away from that if you can.
Okay. I would say if we're not including them, then John. For sure, just because we haven't seen much of him recently, but he's become an amazing leader. And because of that, he's relatable. You know, Erwin's on a level that is so not relatable just because Erwin is Erwin. A lot of people cannot be like that. I probably could not be like that, so I can't really connect to him on a personal level. Levi, I can't really connect to him on a personal level because, again, he's like a totally different tier of a character. His background's different, everything. You know, I can't relate to him, but I can appreciate who he is. But Jean, I feel like he's relatable. I feel like all of us know somebody like Jean, and we know somebody like him now. Like, he's really grown up a lot, you know what I mean? And
the
so
biggest character development as of right now.
For sure, like the way he was in the beginning, he was a straight douchebag, boy. I did not like him. He was such a douchebag. And now looking at him now, I'm like, wow, I can't believe that's the same person. Like, I can. He has moments where it's him, it's his personality, but now it's in a good way. It's not in a douchebag way, you know what I mean? He's not an idiot. He's great. He's a great leader, great fighter. He's strong. He's still here. He's still alive.
And willing to fucking fight, dog.
Yeah, he's ready, and he doesn't think twice about it, and he actually cares about other people a lot. It's that same nobility that we see in the other characters that are important. And then name off some characters, because sometimes I forget.
There's Sasha. There's Krista. There's Emir. There's Berthold. There's Hannes. There's Pixis. There is.
There's Rainer, Berthold.
I already said that.
Annie.
Yeah, Annie's still there. The father, the doctor.
Oh, my 5th one has to be. Oh, that's tough.
You got Rico? Not Rico. What was her name? The one that runs with.
Oh, we haven't seen enough of her for her to be a favorite. I think it has to be. It has to be between Annie and Amir, honestly.
Amir? Mm-hmm. Why Amir?
Because
you felt the way she
yeah,
that story, that backstory.
Amir's the fact that they shoved our head with a bunch of information and emotions about Amir and Chris's backstory within like 2 episodes and managed to make me tear up the way I teared up. A tear almost like fell out of my eye. It's one thing to tear up and another thing for the tears to actually fall. And it was one of the first times the tears almost actually fell, which is saying a lot because I just felt so much for that background. And they're, again, very relatable because Amir is a very real character. Chris, we don't know much about her and what her background is, but to me, she's obviously innocent. She doesn't know something.
I swear to God,
you know?
if just because of her fame or whatever, and she just become powerful out of nowhere just because it's in the family, I don't like that type of stuff. Does that make sense?
No, I get it, but no. Like I appreciate Annie a lot. I think I'm gonna have to go with Amir for now, just because of the fact that Annie, I felt for her towards the end, and we still don't know as much about her backstory as we learned about Amir thus far. But they made you feel a lot of emotion towards the end of Annie's reign, Annie's Titan reign, before she crystallized. I go with Amir, just because like the backstory, Amir's again relatable. She reminds me of a girl version of Jean, because she always came off as like an ass to me as well. She always acted like an ass to everybody. She's a straight bully, just like Jean used to be. The only person she cared about was Krista. That's the only person she showed any like softness towards. But it makes sense learning about her background. You know,
And just
she was like a rogue. She's like a rogue child, and she was on her own for a long time, which is why she sought out Krista, because she knew that this girl was also alone and led astray from her family and rejected by her noble family. And to me, that just shows how real she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a toughened, hardened character that has a softness for Krista. But then in the end, what did she do? She sacrificed herself for the safety of everybody.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
for Krista,
I just think, like, she's just so real. Like, I appreciate a real character, whether they're an ass or not. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that realness.
Yeah.
So I go with Amir as my fifth, even though that's surprising.
So what you got? Name them real quick.
I have Hanji, Erwin, Levi, Jean, and Amir at this point. Not including, because I would put Mikasa in there if we were
we
were trying to exclude the names.
All right. So mine is Rainer, Erwin, goddamn, what you got? I fuss with Hanji.
I know you love Erwin. You already said Erwin?
Yeah,
Levi,
Erwin.
I know you fuck with Erwin.
And Levi, Erwin. It's gonna be on the same, but part two. We gotta put Rainer, Erwin, Levi, Hanji.
And who's your fifth?
Damn. Who's gonna be my fifth like that, dog?
Nah, you cheating.
I fuss with John heavy. Even though he's not a powerhouse, even though he's not a fighter like that, you know, like Annie and Mikasa and Eren and them. But as a whole character and character development, I fuss with John. And I fuss with Annie though. I fuss with Annie heavy. So it gotta be between Annie and gotta be between Annie and John.
For me, it's just because Annie's still so mysterious. to
Yeah.
me. I need to know more, you know. I need to get to know her better. I just have an appreciation, but
It'll be John. I'll pick John. So it's gonna be John, Rainer, Erwin, Levi, Hanji. That's my top 5. Without including EMA.
But I think my number one right now has to be Hanji. Just because I connect to her the most. If I was in the AOT world, that'd probably be me.
It's not, my number 1 is a tie between Erwin and Rainer.
Really? Rainer might be your number 1?
I fucks with the characters.
I mean, I knew that you like Rainer, but I didn't know he might be
I love Rainer. Even though he is doing what he's doing, and Eren, I fuss with Eren, even though I still think he's sketchy or whatnot. But it doesn't mean I don't like him, you know what I'm saying? Because I just love their character. I love Eren's character, and I love his design, his thick ass. I feel like that's the only thick ass eyebrow nigga I love.
Like I said.
Like Rock Lee, I don't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah, hey, don't talk my boy Rock Lee. That's my boy still, okay?
But like I said, I fucks with Rainer. I just love how he presents himself like that. Even though I didn't fucks with him when he was talking about Connie, the way he could talk about, but I understand why he did it. You know?
Yeah, but no, I get it. I don't think that you shouldn't like him just because of what he's supposedly doing, because we still don't know. Again, him and Annie are still a mystery.
Even if he is evil, I'm still fucking with Rainer.
I don't think Rainer's evil. I don't think either him nor Annie are evil. I just think we need to know more about them. But
and you see how strong that motherfucker is?
He's swole, boy.
I love his design. I like his voice. I love his warriorism. Yeah.
Warriorism.
And I like how he presents himself in a way, I don't know.
For me, I just gotta, like, I really love the other characters I listed, I really do, but I just gotta choose Hanji as my top because she's literally everything I stand for. She's such a boss woman that she doesn't even have a gender identification in the manga.
I know, right?
So it's like, she's just boss, you know what I mean? She's so boss, but she's also so weird and so goofy, and she's so cheerful and positive, but she's also so serious and smart when it comes down to it, and she's so loving. The fact that she has a love for both humans and Titans alike, that takes a lot of capacity for love in your heart to be able to do that. You know what I mean? To come from a genuine place towards both creatures is insane to me. So I just gotta choose her. I just connect with her the most. Or if Hanji dies, I'll be very upset. I don't put it past anything because, I mean, you know.
Everybody died.
I don't know about everybody, but I feel like it's very possible. If Hanji died, though, they take a huge blow to their intelligence, to their central intelligence.
Oh, yeah, it's lit.
But yeah.
But yeah, tied for first is Erwin and Rainer.
Yeah.
And first of all, his name, Rainer with an R. I love R names. Rainer.
That's all I gotta say. I don't have anything else to say.
Well, they ended.
Why you always end it?
I don't know. I just want to see what would you do. What I said, guys, we feel like we covered everything, and if we didn't, go down to the comment section down below, and we can have a discussion there. But please, no spoilers. Until next time, adios.